have heard too much. Instructions unclear. Dick caught in ceiling fan.
We don't even have a ceiling fan.
I started, but now I...
Quiet, you.
Yes. Bringing up jokes that audience have no clue.
I
mean, it's a common
clicked.
joke.
Stop throwing Richard at ceiling fans.
If this is the first time that you ever heard Dick caught in instructions unclear, Dick caught in ceiling fan, congratulations, I guess.
Do you ever wonder if Socko from the hit Nickelodeon TV show iCarly has a brother named Rich, whose only defining feature is that he has a lot of money? Maybe he has a brother named Dick.
I don't watch
porn.
iCarly.
Maybe the reason we don't see that character is because his brother's caught in the ceiling
Technically, we never see Socko or any of his family members.
Why are we still on this show?
It's John's fault.
I never said the D word. This isn't my joke.
Yes, you did.
Did I? Oh shit! No! I said a name. Doesn't count. I said the name Dick, but I didn't ever say the word. That rhymes completely with the aforementioned name.
Dictonomous?
Yes.
Richard.
No. Yes.
What?
Oh. I caught...
What?
Wait.
Justin, what was that?
What were you gonna say?
Can you repeat what you just said?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's recorded, though.
Shh. No, they don't hear it.
Yeah, they do.
They can't hear what I said.
Ball. And I throw it to first, and who gets it?
Exactly.
Alright, so I take the ball and I throw it to exactly.
No.
Oh, I hate dad jokes.
You throw it to who?
I heard this joke very recently. I don't remember from where. And I'm upset now.
I mean, no, if it was happening in Costello, we would have said naturally.
So, let's see. Let's jump right into it because we're in a new chapter. Yeah, we're in a new chapter. Literally, this is like chapter 2 in book 4. And so now we're in a new location.
So we're done with chapter 1, is what you're saying.
We are in a new location, the homeland of Assad. We have been.
He thinks much of our puns.
You know, I thought this was gonna end after we left Casimir.
We're not being done yet.
That was a good one, not gonna lie.
I mean, we're not even looking for Mun. We're looking for Lowls.
There's one to come.
Everyone already used up their one. If I hear one more, I'm gonna start giving some negative points.
What does
I
that
didn't
mean?
use the one from last week.
Just so
I
they
mean,
roll over. They roll over.
They don't roll over.
I mean, I have 2 points left.
And David, I haven't used Mun. I've used 2.
Justin, you can use up one of mine. I'll take a negative David point off. We've created our own secondary economy over here.
So,
negative
if
point
you
is
have a
3.
negative David point, does that mean that you can force us to roll with, like...
I can force you to re-roll any roll I want you to, and you will take the lowest results.
Ew, okay.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, there you go. That's how you stop puns, right? Okay,
I'll leave my
so
puns to
last time...
myself.
The way that you stop puns is you learn to handle the punishment.
It's true, we are only, not, fuck. We're only not allowed to make puns based on Macnia Mun.
Well, that is true. It seems like that's what y'all are having the most fun with.
I mean, yeah.
And you know, as a proper DM, I have to not let y'all have fun.
What is this? Who are you? Arcadum?
So, last time we left off, we traveled throughout the city of Kadir in search for the Mysterium. The library, supposedly, that Lowls was going to visit. upon your searching around, you've found out the location of the Mysterium, but you also found out that there has been like an issue going on at the library. It seemed like there was a break-in, and you might question yourself, how do you break in a library? What do you mean? It's a library. I don't know, but there's some weird stuff going on. There's a break-in. As you go up to the building itself, you see that there's 6 guards, but they're not even paying attention to the streets or anyone heading towards the Mysterium, but they're watching the Mysterium itself, the doors. They said that whatever issue is going on, it happened about like a month ago, I think was the time frame they gave you. Maybe a little bit more than that. But it's still locked down now. So whatever's happened a while ago it still hasn't been resolved. They tell you as you go up, asking to see if you can have entrance into the Mysterium. The guards tell you that they do not have the authority to give you access to the library during this time. There's like an emergency situation. The whole building is on a lockdown, and the only person who has the right or the authority to let y'all in, it's Elder there. I think that's what we went with for pronunciation. It's Thyrr. And so that is what you were off to doing at the end. But before we ended the episode, I did mention that there was a weird event that happens with Nestle and Assad, and that is you heard another whisper in your head by the same female that has been kind of, you can say, maybe aiding you or trying to assist you in whatever journey you're in.
Your scary old stalker woman.
I guess you can use those words. And just as a quick recap on that, in case y'all forgotten, I did post it on Discord, so you can always go back and read it there or write it down. But what was said in both Nestle and Assad's head was, the touch of ruin, of death is upon this place, more than the blot, more than the black star. Many gather in this chaos. There is a deep root here, and a root here, and that which should not be has been birthed within. This place is poisoned. Hurry, you must staunch the wound. So you can kind of figure out that whatever's happening here has to be connected with what Mun was doing up in his upper attic when you fought the young spawn of Shogmathok, whatever. I'm really bad at pronouncing those names. The amateur dark spawn of
Shibnagroth.
Shignagroth. So there's maybe some kind of weird connection with that here. Maybe it's not the same thing, but something, and it's something similar to it. But yeah, that is where we left off. We were on our way to try to find and convince Elder Thayer to let y'all in. I actually forgot to even do an intro, so I'm just gonna take care of that really quick. But so we can jump into it. So welcome to the Infinite Adventures podcast. Hopefully everyone's having a great day. Everyone having a good day?
So far, so good. Got a new computer. Our good old friend Gideon made me a computer, which is cool. I'm not using it right now, because I still have not installed antivirus on it, and that's the only thing stopping me.
You heard it here first. John's shields are down. Get him.
I'm so glad that this episode doesn't come out until much, much later, because it'd be a shame if I do not have that antivirus installed by then.
Today
you don't
is
like to live on the
acceptable.
wild side?
No, clearly not.
Yes, Don, you were going to say something?
Today is acceptable.
How's everyone else? Everyone having just an acceptable day as well?
I am having
Or
a
maybe little
blast.
better?
No, a blast.
Why do you have a bomb in your room?
Anya?
Anya did not put any bombs in your room, Justin. Anya does not exist.
You don't know that.
I will say for me, the good news is I got my second vaccine yesterday,
Nice.
and I am excited. I'm like, not excited. That's not the right word. I am extremely happy that the second vaccine didn't hit me at all. Because I know like a lot of people always had issue with that second vaccine. Like the first one, they feel like so arm here and there, but the second vaccine usually hits people pretty hard, where they start feeling like they have, the symptoms and whatever. But other than like a sore, like arm, almost like if I have a bruise, I'm pretty good. So yeah, I did it because I think tomorrow I'm going to a convention, and better be safer than sorry.
Yeah. The second vaccine, all it really did to me, I think, was it made my testicles swell up, and now I'm impotent. By the way, sarcasm. I do not attest to that theory whatsoever. Nicki Minaj, I think, is the one who said that. I could be wrong.
Nicki
Honest
Minaj?
person. Yeah, apparently she's an anti-vaxxer or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj balls testicles.
No, not hers.
You're so confused.
Not hers. Her brother, cousin, something.
I think she said cousin. I'm sorry. I was trying to do the say misinformation.
No, I think we should spread that misinformation, if anything.
Did we want to?
No, we might get sued.
On other recent events, or are we going to put that like in a thing before an episode?
I mean, it happened at some point in the past. Look, if we're going by 1980s in logic or 1990s logic, that's recent. But if we're going with like 2021 logic, that was way too long ago.
It happened on Thursday.
Yeah,
or
but when
Tuesday.
this episode comes out, it'll be like a month from now.
Well, we're talking about the Paizo thing, right?
Oh. That was Thursday, I think?
Oh, no, it was like Tuesday when the thread started.
Yeah, a lot of people have already been kind of like, I feel like we're not at liberty to like put our 2 cents in like how things are going, if that makes sense, because like it's just an upper management thing that I don't think we can really do much about.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm intelligent enough to speak upon things like that.
I'll tell you this though, David, because I know that you like to use Glass Cannon podcast as kind of like a good frame of reference. They already just said, hey, yeah, this is a shitty thing to do, even though they work very closely to Paizo. So
No, yeah, they do work very closely.
yeah, they already made a statement.
I was very impressed when I saw that they did the thing. I'm like, I didn't expect them to mention anything, considering how close that is to like their livelihoods.
Yeah, and the fact that they work specifically with the two creators of Pathfinder as well.
Yeah, writers and stuff. Yeah, like I will say, like it shows that they do have respect for themselves more than everything else. Because they're willing to. I doubt they would have had jeopardized it, because they would have looked extremely bad on Paizo as well. But it shows that they're willing to stand for what they believe in, and that's true. And just like Viv said, sadly, there's people out there that are shitty, and sadly, they're never going to be, removed. They're always going to be there. But all we can do is try our best to not add to those numbers.
I mean, you can remove them. I think they should unionize. I think everyone should unionize. This isn't a new stance.
We'll see how that all goes.
Yeah, but hopefully everything gets sorted out over there, and the people who should be punished get punished, and the people who suffered by them get their voices out. But yeah, it's.
I would say get somebody.
Just go ahead and just
sorry. I was gonna say somebody that Sarah probably should get reinstated, but then also like maybe not because of the work environment. But
Yeah,
if she wants to come back, like, yeah.
If she wants to, yes. If she doesn't, I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Unless there was anything else anyone wanted to say. If not, then it's pretty much y'all's game.
Who's smacking
Like
me?
That was me.
It's Justin. I recognize that anywhere.
What do you mean?
Look. Since we're gonna have this call out post now, Justin.
Go ahead.
On days that I edit audio, I recognize what little sounds people make and where they come from. Okay? That's all.
So what's the little sound I make that annoys you?
Once you edit, you do get to learn everyone's text they have.
Yeah, it's almost like reading everybody's minds at this point.
Oh no, we got Charles Xavier.
So John, what are the little noises that I make that
No,
annoy
we're just gonna
you?
keep on going because I know you're just gonna add to them.
Do we want to just get into it? Do you want to go Elder there to meet Elder there?
Oh god. Look, I'm really hoping that she's gonna help us out because I'm not gonna lie. Has anybody ever noticed how often we need to get like permission to do things by strong women? Like, it's kind of weird how like every time we want to do anything, we always have to get the approval of a woman that's like a higher authority than us. Which I guess
Literally the last time we needed permission wasn't that.
What?
The last time we asked permission, it was from a dude, wasn't it?
That's
An old dude who was dying.
Yeah, it was a
because he was
bleaching
bored.
gnome.
That's true. That's true.
I have no idea what
I
you're
mean,
talking
it's-
about.
I
Are we
guess.
talking about campaign?
Winter,
Oh.
sky.
Well, it wasn't really permission. It was just mostly information. Because I could have just found.
Yeah, we
found
could
it
have
on
done it
your
without
own and just done it.
without them knowing. Yeah.
So it wasn't really permission, rather than just you just need to persuade them for information. But I mean, yeah, that's other than that, there was Cizadiah and then and Thrashmore and then Winter in the Asylum. She kind of took a back seat in Thrashmore, I guess, because it was Cizadiah's town. So she was the one that was in charge there, and then you had Friedel.
Wait, I
can kind of see that.
I don't know why I'm bringing this up. I just realized that Kadira is a very matriarchal society. This is pretty normal. I don't see why I thought this was an outlier. This is pretty normal for me now that I think about it. Memories are flashing back before my eyes.
Mhm. Okay, so. Okay, so like I said, the last thing that happened was Assad and Nestle had that weird little whisper in their head. I also forgot to mention you did have like some kind of weird vision thing that happened, some kind of illusion where you saw yellow slugs ooze out of the seams of the doors, and so there was that. And then as soon as the voice stopped, you stopped seeing these slugs. Seeping from the door. You did notice that only both of y'all saw this. The guards who were facing the door this whole time, except for the one that y'all spoke to, they didn't react to it. You can assume that they didn't see any of this. So you feel comfortable thinking that you were the only ones who noticed this. But they did tell you that if you want to speak to Elder Thayer, that her offices are towards the main building, I guess.
All right, to Elder there.
Onward.
Let's go Elder
Onward
there.
Let's go there.
Onward there.
I feel like I just gave you another bullet in your gun. The
Well, to be fair, we've only made like one pun with this. I don't think that we can milk this one as much.
No,
Did it?
we really can't.
I know I typed it earlier, but every time I hear the word there,
Yeah, this is not the elder
every
puns.
time I hear the word there, or whenever David says it, I just imagine Snake saying there, like.
So as y'all head up to the front, to the main building to go speak with this elder, you get to her door. It seems to be closed. Does it sound like there's someone in there? You see the nameplate there, and who's gonna be the one in charge here? Who's gonna be the one who walks in?
Zal looks like he's good at reading books and talking to people. Zal, you think you can talk?
Yes, I think,
You got this?
given the nature of the investigation, this should probably be...
An investigator's thing to do?
Shh!
No.
Stop telling me
that. You know, it's a really good thing that Zal's not shy.
Yeah.
What is the problem that she's a woman, Nestle? You want to flirt with another one again? Because you tend to do that a lot.
Do what?
Are you done talking gladly right outside Elder there's door.
I, the player, have to speak loudly to talk as Assad. Assad is talking at a normal register.
Wait, that's normal for him. That's just like, why are you so loud here?
I'm not talking loudly. I'm just saying.
Saul is just ready to knock.
Anya just knocks.
Okay, so whoever is knocking, y'all knock, and on the other side of the door, you hear a female voice tells you, "Yes, please come in."
Okay. I assume
Anya opens the door for the rest of the entourage.
Nessa waits for Zal to walk in first.
Zal will walk in first.
Nessa walks in second. Thank you, Anya.
Who's on third?
As you walk in,
I made my joke. I'm done.
as you walk in, you'll notice so you notice a room, a nice little office. It's something a little bit small. You do see that it's kind of a mess a bit. There's a bunch of books, paperwork all over the place. You kind of see. By the way, this is her. By the way, let me go ahead and show you her picture. You see there, kind of, and sitting down her desk, she's kind of like scrambling through paperwork, reading some books. You kind of think she was trying to figure something out. She was doing some kind of research. This is her, by the way.
Okay.
Ooh, I like her eyes.
They're like
She's
green.
pretty young for an elder.
They're very green.
I think that's more of a title than actual elder. That's just like a title.
I think that she's just the person in charge.
Eyeshadow's on point.
I don't want to be mean, but she looks like a cougar.
Oh my god, that's not a mean thing. Look, I was
Well, Saul's gonna be safe. He's over 200 years old.
I was gonna say it doesn't. I mean, the phrasing, sure. I was thinking a very similar thing, but I didn't want to say anything because I've already made some off-kilter remarks about women in the last 10 minutes.
Fun fact: I think a cougar hit on me once.
Tangent?
Oh my gosh!
Wait,
did you survive?
You can understand cat?
Maulings can be very dangerous.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. It took out their claws and everything.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Yeah, we are.
I think they try to combine too many things to continue the story.
I think you might have been Justin. I don't know how to tell you this, but I think you might have been dreaming.
Don't go fighting any more mountain lions, okay?
But that is the embodiment of my existence. How dare you take that away from me?
Fighting mountain lions is the embodiment of my existence.
How dare you take that away from me?
Copy and paste it on a t-shirt.
It's been a while since we had a shirt joke.
Okay, so as you walk in, again, like I said, she's kind of like, she looks very busy right now. She looks pretty disheveled. Maybe hasn't had sleep in a while. She looks up and goes like, yes, what may I help y'all today with?
Greetings, Elder there. I am Zalmo. These are my companions, Anya, Nestle, and Assad. We come from y'all are from Threshmore, right? I joined later on their journey.
Yeah,
Technically, I'm from here, but we went to Threshmore. Now we're back. I'm back again.
Right, so this journey begins in Threshmore, where a politician neglected their duties and ran off. We suspect that they are currently holed up in the Mysterium library, and we're seeking your permission to enter and attempt to apprehend them.
Anya hands over the direct mission missive from the Pathfinder Society and the evidence that we have that Lowls is more than likely in the Mysterium.
Who is the person you're looking for?
One Count Hasserton Lowls.
On what authority are you here?
Someone's gonna have to help me out here, because it'd be with Winter's authority, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Right. It would be more distinctly the Pathfinder Society's investigative group.
We're under a lot of people's authority, out of character. Just pointing that out.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, you can use everyone.
It's
But
like
the highest
these people
authority
want-
in the
Actually, it
land.
was very common in the era of time. So
these people want him for this reason, these people want him for this reason, these people want him for this reason.
By the authority of the strange woman who keeps on planting memories in my mind.
Maybe we don't mention that one.
I believe that the barkeep in Thrushmore might have a grudge against him as well.
That's a grudge, not authority necessarily.
True, but I don't want to piss off a barkeep.
But he does owe money, doesn't he? Like, to the town?
Oh, he did do a lot of embezzling.
Technically that Karagor person owed money.
If you're talking about Count Lowls owes a lot of tax money to the kingdom.
He's a tax evader.
What kingdom is Thrushmore in?
What is it again? Starts with the V. Starts with the V.
Versic? Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Versic.
Look, all I'm saying is that my headcanon right now, at this very moment in time, is that bartender ends up creating what will eventually become this universe's version of the IRS, if given enough shit.
No, this universe already has a version of the IRS. It's called the Church of Abadar.
Shit, I forgot about that.
And I think it was Assad that owed the bartender money.
Can we move on?
No, it was...
Well, was Assad being
was
paid?
Under the
He needs to be
influence of...
paid to do the thing.
Assad was under the influence of Karagor's spell, but Karagor's spell was under the open orders of Count Atherton Lowls. Therefore, Lowls is the one who owes reparations.
Donovan, if you could become a lawyer and convince them to do that, you could make so much goddamn money. Well, you see, officer...
Kill Anya.
But you see, officer. Or officer, prosecution, judge. Anyways, I don't know. I don't understand any of this shit.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, my client cannot be guilty of vehicular manslaughter. They were under the influence of Budweiser. Budweiser is responsible for this death. Case closed. Well, I can't argue with that.
I get your point. Not exactly the way it would work, but I get your point.
Is this the judge from Ace Attorney? Holy cow.
The nation of Ustalov in the region of Versex.
Oh yeah, Ustalov is the state, I think, right? Country that Thrushmore is a city in, and then the whole place is ruled over Versek.
I think Versek is just the region.
Well, because they mentioned that he owed money to the crown of Versek. So
okay, then maybe it is. I don't know Pathfinder lore nearly as much as I would like to.
I was like, okay, so give me a quick diplomacy check. Someone can roll as the main.
I aid very well.
Let's see how I do.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Anya should have been the one who did the talking, I guess. But...
23.
Assad, what?
Assad, the one that talks the least. Yes, I do. I punch real hard.
I mean, I rolled a natural 3, which is why my roll is so low.
Wait, really? Oh.
I earned that.
Wait.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled a 3. Anya rolled a 15. I rolled a 4 and
I rolled a 16.
Or 16.
Holy shit, me and Assad are actually the worst people at diplomacy.
I think everyone just mentioned yet another person he, is in trouble with throughout the thing.
And at the end, Anya's just like, oh, and the Church of Abadar probably wants to have a word with him.
Yeah, and he's a lot of...
Well, no, because I think Versik is ruled over Pharasmas. Or Pharasma is the main religion of Versik, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but the Church of Abadar helps out with the tax season for everywhere.
Okay, so everyone is able to aid. I guess Zal will be the one who is taking lead here. So everyone aids as +6 to the 2026. Okay, so what is her passive sense motive? Really quick, my apologies. Let me just bring this up.
Wait.
Okay. So, she's trying to dissect all this information you're giving her, and she was like, so how did you know he was here?
So probably don't want to mention the thing in the jar here. Yeah. Oh yeah, a little man we found in a jar and killed.
We do have the note that was left behind.
Yes. We followed him to the house of the alchemist Macnamun and found this note. Whose handwriting is it in? Is it in Lowls's or?
It probably. Oh no, y'all have notes to compare handwritings because he did some writing in the books. Y'all had to do research to do the dream traveling. So by comparing to that, you can figure out that this is maybe Mun's handwriting.
This handwriting is Mun's, but we have reason to believe that. What does the note say exactly? I don't have that in my notes.
It did say, well, okay, so...
It did say that the book had been basically tracked to the Mysterium.
Right. We know that he's looking for the book, and that he went to Mun to find a lead, and they left behind this.
So, that I totally forgot about that. Thank you, Don. I'm going to give you a data point for that. I totally forgot about the letter, but there is a letter that was sent at the very beginning. This would be before Viv joined, but there was a letter sent directly to Lowls, saying that he had located the Necronomicon, and its location was at the Mysterium, and that as soon if he needed help with the translation of the book,
Mun knows Necrol.
Yeah, he can help with the translation of the book. So you can hand over that letter to her. And as she starts reading it, I don't think it mentioned the name of the book. It did mention that the book you were looking for is in the Mysterium. And so she takes time to read this. And
speaking of Necrol, I need to pick a language again.
Okay, so you said you're here for for Lowls on behalf of the Pathfinder Society, and then also by the current law enforcement of Threshmark, correct? What information do you know about Lowls at the moment? What is his business here? He is here. What is his business here?
From what we've managed to glean in our investigations, he is after a particular tome that is just as full of information as it is dangerous. And from what we were able to gather from what was left behind of him in a different plane, he's trying to bring a city from the Dreamlands to here.
This is an important question. I need to know, what book is he looking for?
Do we know that for sure? We do, because
yes, we do.
What's the very scary person told us.
He's looking for a book called the Necronomicon.
As you say that, you're like, she becomes like enraged. She slams the table and she like throws everything that's on there onto the floor. She goes like, "Damn it! No! Are you sure? Are you positive?"
Very positive. We spoke to the Mad Poet. Was he the writer of the book?
Not the writer.
I was. That was a question I asked.
The keeper of the book variation of the book that belongs in the Dreamlands informed us such. That is the information that Lowls had gone to him for.
I'm in a tough place here. Lowls did show up to the university. He arrived with a gentleman, a Makian Mun. I did not service them at all here. They spoke to the headmaster, Elder Lathan. He's the one that serviced them. He took care of everything. He's the one in charge. We allowed them access to the library. Just the first few levels. The library itself, it's a very old building. It's been here since it started since the founding of the city. There's multiple layers in this building that hold information, vast information. The lowest floor holds books that were first founded during the creation of the city. Old books that existed way before the creation of the city. Books that, if people had their hands on, can cause real chaos in the world. We built this facility to keep those contained, and only the High Masters are allowed access to those floors. And even just to get access to them, there's a bunch of ropes you have to jump over. It's not an easy thing to do. Mun asked for a book that we hold down there. He wouldn't specify which book. He asked to go down there to look at one, but we do not allow any outsiders to step foot into even the third level of the Mysterium. Lo behold, the last level We did give him access to the first and second floor. That was the plan. That was our contract. He'll come in, he'll study, he had access to any books he wished. In return, he helped support the school. The university's in a little bit of financial trouble. We typically wouldn't let any outsider come in and just really research things, but the university needs funds at the moment. So Elder Lathan gave him access to it. About a month ago, we heard alarms go off in the Mysterium, and we found out that Mun and Lowls had tried to get access to the floors below the second level. We have special measurements to prevent people from going down to those levels. Once we've heard what happened, Lathan rushed in there with guards to apprehend Lowls. Since he's gone in, we've shut the doors and haven't opened them. They've been in there for a month, and we still haven't heard any word back. We're not allowed to open the doors until until the alarms are turned off. Or, more specifically, we're not allowed to let anyone out until the alarms are shut. If you want to enter that building, you are not leaving until those alarms are turned off.
What is required for those alarms to turn off?
You must head to the center of the library, the last floor, and there's a mechanism there that would reset the whole system. The thing is that this library holds information that is dangerous if it got out into the world. So there is protection. There is things protecting each floor. You will meet some kind of defensive as you go down, and you may have to fight your way through the floors.
I presume once activated, there are no tokens or anything that would prevent them from attacking us.
These defenses are programmed to attack anyone that isn't a guard.
Okay, when you say programmed, do you mean these are like mechanical traps, or are they like haunts?
I was expecting golems.
These are these are magical defense. Creatures from other worlds will come to protect the library.
Having flashbacks to that monster that basically sapped my intelligence. Great.
So,
not to mention any runic traps that could be about in there. The issue is, Lowls has proven himself to be somewhat capable as a necromancer to some degree.
I hope he doesn't have some sort of like quick way of doing that, considering how powerful he is, creating so many golems.
So, none of the guards can go and shut down the alarm either.
The guards that are in there have likely already been taken out by Lowls and Mun. Remember how powerful Mun's creations were when we had to deal with them.
Yeah, she already mentioned that Elder Lathan went in there with his own men, and they went in there a month ago, a little bit more than over a month ago, and the alarms are still up. So, yeah, you can tell that if it's meant for a guard to turn off, it should have been turned off pretty easily, and it has not been turned on, which means something has happened.
Are we allowed?
It's time to cover something real quick that the Pathfinder Society usually has you do when you join. Do any of you have next of kin?
Yes, why?
Because there's a fair chance of us dying in there.
I mean, that's
I
always
don't believe
a
Elder
possibility.
Thayer would be warning. I don't think Elder Thayer would be warning us so carefully if she thought that most adventuring types could get through these defenses.
Well, she confirms with it. It's like death is not the reason. Death is not the only thing. You may just find yourself stuck there. She says as long as the alarms are still on, the doors will not be opened anymore to let anyone out.
Will we be allowed to bring a guard with us to know this place?
Metagame wise, you know he's gonna say no.
They've already lost quite a few guards, Nestle.
Yeah.
And she kind of like agrees with Anya there and goes like, "I'm sorry, I do not have any more men to spend."
That's understandable.
It's probably stretching things thin just keeping the guard out front that she
To
has.
spend the resources. This is completely out of character. This is not Saul's thing. Full anarchist mode activated.
Okay. Well.
Again, like I mentioned, our campus is running very short on funds. I just can't. If it was easy enough, I would hire someone to take care of it, but we just don't have the funds for that.
Now, the alternative. Could you make us guards so that the defenses don't attack us?
Okay, do you have 5 years?
I have a full year of training as a guard. Does that count?
I don't
it's
think...
not well, nine months,
probably
but
different. There are
that still counts, right?
Involved in
I'm
this
gonna be honest, I don't think you have 5 years or the world has 5 years, rather.
Also, Assad, I hate to say it, but there are probably rituals involved in the actual training for being a guard of the Mysterium.
Oh, the Mysterium specifically? I was going to say, I don't know any rituals guards have to go through other than hazing.
I mean, that'll happen too, but...
Yeah, it takes about 8 months.
Seem to be worshippers of Nethys, so...
Oh, boring hazing, I see. Why am I... Look, I'm really just scared of all this, okay? Like, can we... Like, either we're gonna rip the Band-Aid off and go in guns blazing, or we're gonna just keep on prolonging the inevitable.
The questions were worth asking.
They are worth asking. I'm just terrified.
I apologize. It's not as simple as pinning a badge on your armor.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just that Anya had to remind me that my kids exist, and now I'm more mortified that I might die within a mile radius of them now.
Well, look, understand this. I'm not asking you to go. You want access to
yes,
the building.
we have to do this. It's not a need, or it's not a want. It's a need. Oh, sorry for. I'm not trying to frustrate everybody else. I just. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, Assad. I did not mean to open that wound.
Let's get ready, I guess.
Yeah, get at least a week's rations and see what we can do.
I still have my Elven Trail rations. Do I still have those?
What's the name of the bread that they eat in Lord of the Rings?
Limbus.
Yeah.
Is that Elvish? Isn't that Elvish food?
It is.
Are there any Elven people made the food for them?
I actually have 3 weeks worth of trail rations, but only for myself.
Well, yeah, we need to get some for the rest of us.
But not. So the rule on Elven Trail rations, which I shouldn't have the bonus right now, but if you eat nothing but those rations for at least 1 week, you receive a +2 bonus on checks and saves that benefit from the endurance feat.
Yo, I went on Tumblr and Google and I went on Tumblr and just searched for Elven rations, and there's some little pickles in here, and oh god, they look delicious.
Pickles as a form of snacks, I'm not a big fan of.
Especially when they're sweet.
That is the worst kind of pickles. Sweet pickles are not good.
For the little tiny pickles, sweet gherkins are fine. If I get a big pickle and it's sweet, someone is dying.
Yeah, big pickles can't be sweet. That's blasphemy.
I can agree with Don.
Oh, I agree with him too.
If I'm gonna eat one of those big ass pickles, that should not be
isn't
sweet.
it sweet, sour, and spicy?
It's never spicy. Are you confusing sour with spicy? Are you being like a little kid that when they eat something sour, they go, "Ooh, spicy, spicy"?
You know, Justin, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I've had sour pickles, or sorry, spicy pickles. They're pretty good too.
Well, I mean, they're spicy pickles, yes, but pickles by themselves are typically not spicy.
Yo, I want a spicy pickle. Can we play this game?
Yeah, let's get back to what we were doing.
Okay, so we can hand wave the whole buying rations and stuff like that. Do y'all agree to these to this first set of terms? If y'all walk in, we're not opening the door to let anyone out until the alarms are turned off.
More specifically, they can't open the doors to let anyone out.
They can.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like if they couldn't open the doors for anyone to get out, they wouldn't be able to open them for us to get in. It's not that the doors won't open.
Yeah, the door will open. They'll let you in, but they would not open the door to let anyone out.
Yeah.
Does anyone here know see invisibility? Like, I'm worried that we should make sure that we can see if anyone tries to slip out while we go in.
That is a very smart idea. Very smart idea.
I mean, I don't want to beg the question, but is that David point worthy? Oh,
I mean, if it works, it's a David point. Yeah, that's the only way you get a David point is if your plans that I think are actually really good work out.
I don't have access to the spell. Do you have anyone in your entourage or guards who can see the unseen, as it were.
I'm sorry, we do not.
We could buy a scroll. I'm worried.
There is only 150.
Do I have that much gold?
I mean, we have way
Y'all
more,
have.
right?
I just finished editing the last episode. Y'all have 500 platinum pieces. Y'all have.
Right, but I'm like, do I have enough gold to just spend it personally?
Listen, I can split it between the 5 of us. Give me a sec.
Can I argue that since I'm always
You say 5 and I start counting.
Wait,
But Anya's the
David.
Anya's the accountant. Sorry, so.
Anya counts as 2.
Wait, David.
Yes.
Can I argue that since technically
Yes.
as a brawler I'm always armed, that my heart-seeking amulet would be able to tell my hands if there's something living nearby?
Can you only use it during combat?
Technically it says a weapon is drawn unerringly towards beating hearts. I'm technically always armed.
I'm just imagining now that your fist just like dowsing rod towards people. Assad approaches you like one of those Asian vampires that hop.
God. Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
I don't know what culture they're actually from.
I think they're Chinese? I could be wrong. Anyways, I know which ones you're talking about. There's like one of those Darkstalkers that's based off of them.
I would say, wouldn't your amulet just go berserk when there's like 10 hearts around
What
you?
happens if you tried to punch a worm?
They are Chinese. I'm they're JIANGSHI.
Doing an even split, there is 2,877 gold each. And this is including the value of the 3 diamonds.
Oh, I don't know. It might be worth holding on to the diamonds rather than selling them right now.
Alright, well, if it's a matter of holding on to the diamonds, they should probably go to the person who can use restoration. And by that I mean Nestle.
I just wanted to buy a scroll of sea invisibility.
Well, how much does it cost?
150 gold.
Oh, that's just 15 plat.
Yes. We go to the marketplace, buy a scroll with platinum pieces, and there's like, excuse me?
Keep the change.
You gave me exact change.
I said keep the change.
But no, that is the equivalent of going into a store, finding something that's $150. No, $1,500, and paying for it with cash.
By the way, I am not making any what's it called? Restoration extracts until we need them. Is that fine? Yeah.
Until needed?
I only have
1 platinum should cover rations for everyone for an entire week.
And Zal will use his own.
Do we have enough ones of Cure Light?
Here's the thing: do we want to go for a wand of Cure Light, or do we want to go for a wand of Cure Moderate?
That's expensive, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, the Cure Moderate Wounds costs way more. A level 1 wand is 750 gold. A level 2 wand, like Cure Moderate, is 4,500 gold.
Yeah, I'd rather go for the... Oh, we could... Do you have extra, what's it called, Celestial Healing?
Yeah, so what I have left on the wands is 10 charges of Cure Light and 10 charges of Celestial Healing. I also have 47 charges of Lesser Restoration, 50 charges of Heightened Awareness, 50 charges of Remove Fear, and 50 charges of Expeditious Retreat.
I have 1 wand, and it's still the Wand of Bull Strength.
Can we bring that wizard who can teleport?
Can we bring
I
him
think
back?
that's like... I think that one's a real security concern. I'm not even sure... What if you just can't tell? Is the entire... I'd be willing to bet that the entire library is under the effects of Dimensional Anchor.
Ooh, that'd be real cool. There's a lot of cool shit that could be going on in there. Not gonna lie, this is really giving me scary, like legit, like, oh god, this is just... And I know I've mentioned this before in other moments. This is really giving me some Asylum, like vibes, considering Lowls is here too.
Oh yeah, I can understand
because I've mentioned it before, in other stuff, and it's like, oh, this really gives me Asylum vibes. No, this is really starting to give it to me, because it's like, there's a bunch of shit in there that's gonna try to kill us. Well, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. I'm probably get away with one wand of Cure Light Wounds. Famous last words, but I'm sure.
Okay, so we're buying 1 wand of Cure Light and then 1 wand of Celestial Healing. Okay. Anything else?
I'm presumably the Scroll of Sea Invisibility.
Yeah, that too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too.
Which I will cast
Yeah, I
before
already
we
took out the gold
enter.
for that.
You know, for a magnifying glass, I never really use it. Why do I have this?
You use it for intimidation.
You should
Justin.
enchant it as a club. Wait, can you enchant it as a sap so you can deal non-lethal damage with it?
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's right. I also need to buy a sap. I forgot.
Just make the magnifying glass your sap. Can you enchant it to do like a light beam or something? Because that would be fucking dope. What's that spell called? The one where you point your hand out and a beam of light comes out? Scorching Ray.
I was gonna say you mean Searing
That's the
Light.
one, yeah.
You cast it through your magnified glass, deals double damage.
If the sunlight is out, it does double damage. It does additional fire damage. Don't hate me because I'm right.
This magnifying glass allows you to, in places of bright light, cast Scorching Ray as a 3rd level wizard at will. It is also treated as a masterwork tool for perception checks, or visual perception checks. I'm just writing a magic item.
If there is anything else that y'all want to purchase, you can just go ahead and retcon it later in, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, even just today, we're not gonna get that far into things. So, okay. So as y'all head back from your shopping, Elder Thayer told you that she will meet you at her office again, and she'll walk you to the door. As she guides you back to the Mysterium, she does give you a little bit of information, or what she can, to aid you in your travel through the floors of the Mysterium. She does mention that on the first floor there is a defensive mechanism. There is a mirror on the rightmost wall of the first floor. It's been enchanted to summon axomites to defend the first floor of the library. So I would be careful in venturing throughout the first floor. You might encounter some of those. As long as the mirror stands, they will continue to spawn. So be extra careful. The way to travel between the floors of the Mysterium it's specialized. There's no direct ladders or staircase that will lead you down there. You must activate a mechanism to travel lower and lower into the levels. The only thing is that once you travel down to a different level, there's no returning back to the previous level. Not as long as the alarms are still on. As long as the defensive system is still active, as you keep going down, there's no way for you to come back up. So that is another reason why it's not going to be easy for you to come back. As soon as you leave the first floor and venture down to the second level, there's no coming back to the first floor until the system is turned off. To get to the second level and each level thereafter, you have to find 4 statues. There's four statues of an angel placed around each level. Upon finding one, you must twist their heads to face the opposite wall they're facing. Once you turn all 4, you'll hear a click, and the heads will turn back.
No, she died.
You'll know whenever. You'll know whenever you turn the last angel head, you'll hear the mechanism chatter, and then the heads will swivel back. You have to head down to the gate. There's a gate on the floor. You'll be able to notice it pretty easily. It's decorated in angelic, with angelic carvings on there. There will be a mechanism on the gate that will appear. It will open up itself. All you have to do is turn on the switch, and the gate will open. And you have 2 minutes to run down the staircase before the gate shuts. So, and once it does shut, there's no coming back. As soon as you get to the second level and each level thereafter, the angel heads, you will have to find the angel heads again. And then once activated, they will only open a door, or they will only open a staircase to go lower into the floors, never up. Not until the alarms are off. There's also one rule. One rule I need y'all to accept before I let y'all in. And there's no bargaining this one. Either you accept it, or this deal is over. If you happen to find Elder Lathan's or his body, if the worst has happened, I need you to retrieve it and bring it back. And one more thing. If Lowls is after the Necronomicon, I need you to retrieve the book as well and put it back on its pedestal.
Not to be that guy, but why can't we just destroy it?
Do you not remember what the Mad Poet said?
Oh, is that a cat purring?
No, that was John growling at me.
I was joking.
If the book was as easy to destroy as you think it is, don't you think we would have already done it?
Fair point, fair point.
Saul's gonna keep his mouth shut about how you can't just go around destroying knowledge like that.
And it's our duty to keep all of anything, all that type of information safe. We can't just get rid of a book that contains so much knowledge of the arcane. We can't do that. But also, once you reach the last level, at no point are you allowed to take any books from that floor. If you do, punishment is death. If we find out.
Some hardcore librarians.
If we find out. You should have just said
Look,
punishment is death.
Oh my god.
Now it
I'm
sounds
very
like it's
sorry.
legal if
Considering
we
the
could
book
just...
that we have as an example on that floor, I kind of understand.
Look, I accidentally stole a copy of a series of unfortunate events, A Bad Beginning. It's not my fault that I didn't know that the book was due, okay? Don't have to chop my head off for it.
The books on the 4th level, the last level, contain information that should not be out in the world. Trust me, you do not want to take one of those books.
Gets to the 4th floor. This is just erotica of various politicians.
Nothing but Vor comics.
No.
Oh my god.
Cursed knowledge.
Oh wait, here's the one about the spider and the
No!
It's
Picture
fully
book, pop-up
illustrated.
book,
It has
too.
a fold-out page.
Look, I'm there in the corner looking all grossed out.
The last page is the pop out, and you can have the Viscount twerk on the snake or on the spider.
It's glossy print too, so
No.
you can really see the glossiness.
You say it's pop-out, but what if it's like Captain Underpants Flip-O-Rama?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god, I haven't thought about Captain Underpants in a long time. She also tells you that the alarms haven't, or the defensive haven't been activated in a very long time, so she doesn't have a complete understanding of what you will encounter for sure. Just be careful because an energy is released into the Mysterium, an energy that might might bring things into existence or may activate certain things in the library. You may encounter haunts that we are unaware of. But if at any point you desire to rest, the halls will be dangerous for you to do so. On the first floor, at the center of the library, there's a secret entrance that leads up to the ceiling. There is a meditation room. It is completely it's in a dark void. It's covered like in an eternal darkness. So you would have to bring some kind of light source in there if you want to see, but there you'll be safe. That is the only room in the library that will be unaffected by the defense of the library itself. So if you need any rest, that's where you can find it. But that's only on the first floor. Once you venture in deeper, you must just be extra careful. Other than that, if you accept my rule of bringing back Elder Lathan, hopefully alive, if God forbid he is dead, bring his body back. And also to return the Necronomicon and take nothing from the library, from the 4th level of the library.
She just out of character. She only said 4th level.
That,
yeah, I'm not going to.
Okay,
say, yeah.
So yes, she did. She specified the 4th level, which does not automatically give you.
I know
the liberty to steal.
I mean, I wouldn't,
book.
right? But
the 4th
just,
level contains books
weird
that are a threat to society.
Yeah, it's just that she's very adamant about the fourth level because that is where the more dangerous information is held.
Nestle says to her, if we do end up finding Elder Lathan and he isn't necessarily dead, but
undead.
Yeah, if he's like that, or something's happened to him where we have to kill him, would we be allowed to?
All I ask is you to either bring him alive if he is, or dead.
We brought him back, he was undead.
Well, he's undead, and she didn't say undead, she said alive or dead.
So if he's undead, we have to make him read
and then
it.
we have to bring him back.
Yes. The condition
No,
was...
and then we have to drag the corpse all the way out.
She said the meditation room's in the 1st floor.
The 1st floor, there's a secret entrance on the ceiling that will lead you to it. If y'all ready, I can go ahead and step into the Mysterium.
Or
I'm gonna,
journey
To be
into
honest, I wasn't here for most. I mean, I was here, but not here for most.
A quick question. Because we know they can't get back up unless people go down, I should save the scroll of see invisibility for when we're going down to the 4th layer, right? 4th floor.
I mean,
Or until you feel we need it.
I mean, you don't think that they'll pass us right here, right?
I mean, do we think we're gonna take more than a day in here?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
In that case,
we fast forward to 20 episodes later. We're still on the 1st floor. It's been a whole month.
yeah, I need to save it because see invisibility is not on the cleric spell list, so I can't do it that way. Right, but my mnemonic esoterra pulls from the cleric spell list. So
okay, if that is so, we enter the 1st floor or the 1st level. As each one of y'all walk in one by one, Elder Thay takes one last bow, and may the gods that you serve protect you. And all you hear is a as the doors are sealed. There is no turning back now. Where are we heading?
Oh, there's that secret entrance.
what?
That's the Nautilus.
Securing our resting point would probably be a good idea.
We just got here.
There's a thing over here. It doesn't appear to be a bookshelf or anything.
Give me a perception check. Okay, who here has dark vision?
I have glasses.
do.
Okay, you would have to put them on then, but you'll be good.
I don't think I even have.
Everyone has a way, and you have the Aeons. The Aeons
Yeah.
stone, but the Aeons stone only reaches your circumference I have now. But everyone has a method of seeing in the dark then.
Yeah.
Do you use echolocation, Justin?
He He's not a bat.
Yeah, I only have.
That's not what his perception check says.
I only have low light vision.
Oh, it's because he's Batman.
And that's assuming I didn't trade it for something. Let me double check. Okay, I do have low light vision.
Makes sense to me.
I guess with Anya, well, no, you still rolled a 30, so that's still pretty high. Okay, so as you walk in, you see that all the walls in this floor is like it has a lot of angelic carvings to them, either actual angels carved on them with different expressions on their face, not just happy and joyful. It has they vary with just other angelic symbols in itself. The shelves here are completely filled with books covering different topics of magic. Something that mostly like a someone who is starting their wizardry studies would start off with. So just some of the most basic
apprentice
stuff.
books.
Yeah, something easy to start off with. At least from the books that you're in, and you see like each bookshelf contains information based off a certain school of magic itself.
Cantrips in you.
Yeah, with a little bit of overlaps with schools, but mostly each little, at least from the two bookshelves that are near y'all, each one covers different books, different areas of a certain school. At the corner of the room, of the floor, down in the right hand side, you do see what looks to be a statue of an angel.
Oh,
well, there's one.
I think that's one of those angel statues we were told about.
We're supposed to turn all of them, no?
Yeah, we're supposed to snap all their necks.
Alright, well, that's easier said than done. Walk up, snap.
I meant rotate
right now.
them. It was humor. We're like right by the doors. Do you think they hear that?
I hear you from all the way down there.
No, but the guards. Do you think they hear us this exchange?
No, I mean you can't even hear anything outside.
I wasn't going to snap its neck. It's just a figure of speech. I understood what you meant and what they meant.
Alright, so we should probably stick together since we know that the defenses are active.
Can I see the other one from over here?
I'm sorry?
Can I see the other one from here, or is it too far away?
What do you mean other one?
There should be one in each corner, I presume. There's not one on the other corner.
No, not in each corner. They just said there's 4 statues on each floor.
Okay, alright. This is what I'm gonna do, because I'm actually curious about this. If nobody else wants to stop me, I'm going to rotate it. And then I'm going to stand here for a minute. We have time to wait a minute, I think, to see if it does anything. So my mental process here is I want to see if it reset. If there's like a certain way we had to do these. You know what I mean?
Okay, like you have to turn certain ones at a certain time?
Yeah, that's just what I want to find out.
What is everyone else doing?
Well, we're moving towards San.
Okay, and you were also warned that in the first floor you may encounter axomite.
Yes.
Which
you remember
is
that.
some
What
sort of
are
rock
those?
creature, I assume, if they're axiomites. Yeah, can I make a check about what an axiomite is?
Can you just tell him what it is?
Tell her. I know that Zal's a dude.
No, Zal.
Okay.
No. I was referring to Zal. Can you just like put the memory in Zal's mind and just tell us? I feel like
let me jump into the swirl and just give Zal the beast theory.
Zal's just walking around, just like, man, that would be a nerf, arguably, because he'd have to get to the book and flip to the page and start reading. It says it's a CR12. What does that mean?
That means you have to have 12 people to fight it? I don't know what this means.
What the hell is a +5? It has multi-attack? God damn, it's a level.
Okay, I'm a little scared here because I know David hates it when we do this. I Google image search axiomite and it's giving me 2 things, either a hot elf or a weird monster. I'm concerned about one of these.
Well, the answer is yes.
Well, you see,
okay.
the elf is dangled from an antenna on their head to attract prey.
Oh no, we're fucking screwed.
Okay, so what did you roll for your knowledge?
I don't know what knowledge. They're all the same.
Planes.
Planar,
they're outsiders.
55.
55. Okay, so axomites are typically a type, not really of a creature, but more like a specific race. These creatures resemble a flawless, perfect example of an elf. It's what they're described as.
So they look like me. I don't,
Look at me. Look at me. They look like me.
I don't think Saul is that narcissistic.
I am the hot elf here.
Ooh, it says here, when it moves, part of its body dissolves into gold, crystal dust, swirling with it within the wind. So that's cool. Let's see. So these are these are magical creatures. They are typically considered lawful neutral. So as long, hopefully, like if they're not antagonized, they won't fight you. But because they are a defensive mechanism of the library, they see anyone who isn't a member of the order to be an enemy. So
wait, does this mean that if anyone was in the library when the alarms went off, the things just showed up and murked anyone who was still in there?
Well, yes. Typically they don't allow outsiders to just come in here and study like that. So typically, if you're in this, you were in the building, you were part of the school.
Okay.
Okay. So they do have DR against chaotic. DR chaotic is something that gets over it. They do have immunity to electricity, mind effects, disease. They have resistance against cold and fire. They do have spell resistance as well. So they're just the best way to think of them is like they're just a type of elf, I guess.
Oh, wow.
They can best be compared to a type of elf.
I guess I'll just leave then. I got up as soon as you said mind affecting. I always have slow. I'll always have you slow.
Hey, don't diss slow, because that's
it has literally saved our ass multiple
more times that I am happy of.
I will say these are intelligent creatures, though, right? Like they're just smart. They're smart people. They're people.
You can be smart and immune to mind affecting effects.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean, we can talk to them. We don't have to use magic to mess with their minds.
So
we can just
when's the last time we talked?
I mean, I assumed there wasn't going to be a lot of negotiating here.
I mean, if we're really honest. So I have a feeling they're kind of like a Jumanji situation. You know what I mean? Like, they're clearly intelligent creatures, like the quartermaster or whatever the fucking dude it was. Like they're fully intelligent creatures, but like they're programmed, if that makes sense.
I don't think I've ever seen any of the Jumanji films all the way through. Can you make the same analogy but with Zathura?
It's like the astronaut from Zathura. Like he's a real person that exists, but like the game controls every aspect of him.
Okay.
So like technically he's still intelligent, but if he's programmed to be a certain way, he's going to go through with that programming.
Moving on. What are the results of Assad doing a thing?
Okay, so your plan is just to twist the head, and you said wait a few minutes.
Wait a minute specifically. I mean, we could wait longer, but like, I'm only gonna dedicate a minute to this.
Okay, if you wait a minute, nothing happens.
What if we wait an additional second?
As soon as you turn around, but no, you swivel the head. You wait there for a minute. Nothing.
Okay,
nothing happens.
So we should probably find where all the others are, plus find where that door is before we keep going.
Oh yes, if we want to make sure
before we keep turning heads
that we don't.
Well, yeah, that's the plan.
Do all four.
So Zol, you said that they leave behind a gold dust when they move?
Yes.
Okay, everyone, keep your eyes on the floor.
We're looking for gold.
Yeah, basically.
Have a dustpan.
Oh wait, that's not a plus.
Where did you get that?
That wasn't.
There's gold in this here
That
parts.
is actually a +5.
I'm gonna assume that Nestle is in front for the purposes of this. Yes, no.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that we weren't asked to not use fire.
Well, I think when the consequence of not succeeding this is someone taking the Necronomicon out of the library and into the world, their care for like damage to property is very low.
Which is funny, because that's That's where Anya's care for most property is normally. But these books might have alchemical stuff in them.
Anya, please don't steal any of the books.
I will not steal any books from the 4th floor.
Hold on a minute.
That was the rule. That was, in fact, the rule.
So at the end of this chapter, we're gonna end up having to run away from them because Peter Quill stole a couple of batteries. No, it was Rocket Raccoon who stole a couple of fucking batteries.
Also, she's not going to steal a book. She's going to likely bring a book up with her and just, can I read this?
So what's our plan? Do we want to go around the outside, go into these little rooms, or what?
I say we should go around the outer rim and just kind of outside in, yeah? And then Nestle can kind of look around and see if there's anything in the way.
Up.
North, it looks
North.
like.
North.
With Nestle leading with his powerful trap-finding ability or whatever. Trap sense. No, not trap sense.
Trap finding and trap spotter.
Trap spotter. Yeah.
Why did Nestle... Wait a minute! Nestle! Nestle's blue! That's like the trap master from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Stop.
Look, you went one whole episode without bringing up Yu-Gi-Oh! How dare you with this,
I think
John?
we referenced Yu-Gi-Oh! Last episode.
I don't actually remember everything that happened last episode, but we're on a good trend, John. We're on a good trend. You messed it up. This is like at work. Now we have to put up a sign that we had one injury at work.
In the last amount of days before the incident of bringing up Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, so everyone, give me just a quick little perception check as we wrap this up.
Doesn't Justin get like a cool different type of perception check?
His perception check will go for like traps and stuff. I'll add it on to that. I know I'm supposed to be the one that rolls it, but I don't know Justin's bonuses.
Oh, you can just click on my sheet.
You can just tell him.
Yeah.
I have a plus 19 to perception.
19.
And then I have a plus 5. Plus 5 to against traps. Is this against a trap?
So you have a plus 24 to identify traps.
So yeah, it's total plus 24 then.
I mean, you can make this roll secret.
I don't know how to do that. I don't feel like trying to figure it out.
I just assumed you were gonna roll a d20 on your desk like you do for the monsters.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'll go that way next time. I'll keep this 36 because everyone already saw it. Okay, so as you're getting ready to walk down this little narrow hallway, like I mentioned, you see this side of the library is also filled with books. You see that these are going to be different schools of magic. At the center of the hall, right down here, you see that there you can barely see it, but as you get closer and closer, it becomes a lot more noticeable. As you see a giant, it's about 10 feet wide, about 15 feet high. So it goes all the way up to the ceiling. By the way, I know, Viv, you tend to ask a lot about the height of the building we're in. It's a 15 feet high ceiling. So, and this mirror. So you've already been told that on the rightmost wall of the library there is a mirror that is enchanted to summon the Axomites. So they told you that as long as that mirror stands, they will appear. At the very end, as well, if y'all get to the point of the halfway point here, once y'all reach there, y'all notice that at the corner of the other on the top half, or the top portion, top right of the building, you see another angel statue. And this is as you get to the halfway point of the hallway, so towards this direction.
Oh no, we passed the mirror.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna notice the statue, you will have to get to the mirror. Is that okay with everyone, or do you want to stay a little bit back?
Where exactly?
The mirror will be right here.
The mirror.
Can we cover the mirror?
I think we're supposed to knock it down. She said so long as it stands.
Oh, yeah, okay, then we can knock it down before we
well, okay, so I meant it's not a okay. I will specify it's not an actual mirror. It's a silver that's been completely nicely polished to mimic a mirror.
I think that if the end result gives the same effect, it's still a mirror.
I think that's called a mirror.
Mirror or more glass.
Well, no, because the ancient Greeks used bronze as mirrors, and that's what they would call a mirror. Like, if you showed an ancient Greek person like a glass mirror, they would freak the fuck out and be like, "Whoa, you can make them like that!"
I mean, yeah, you would have a point, but yeah, when I meant stand, I meant like as long as it's physically here, you know, it's there, standing, you know, not like not literally standing up. She didn't mean that. As long as it's intact.
We need to sunder it.
It will conjure up these exomites.
So that means we should break it.
Well, we should.
But it is a magical item, and magical items are very difficult to break.
They have a lot more hit points.
All right. Well, I guess we can start chipping away at that in the next episode. I take out my spear.
Episode before I want to. Everyone, give me a quick perception check.
One more again.
One more perception.
Let me roll a better one. Hell yeah, 17. That's as good as I'm gonna
I rolled a 13 and a natural one.
My mouse.
I got a 21.
I got 27. Unless it's against a trap.
Then it's 33. Yeah, I was close.
Okay,
damn.
Got
That's good.
Above
That's
a 35.
Smart.
No, I didn't.
Nestle.
No
one.
No.
So as you guys are,
We are gearing up to attack the mirror.
So as your concentration's on the mirror, you have taken the choice of wanting to destroy the mirror to prevent any more summonings. You start to hear as
They should see a doctor about that. Breathing real hard.
you see these dog-like creatures start approaching. Before we end, someone, whoever has knowledge planes, give me a knowledge planes check.
Zal's got it. I don't need to roll.
Wow.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, that was on you.
59.
That was almost a 60.
So, who wants to read off my note?
All the fuckability, none of the survival.
So, as y'all reach the halfway point of this hallway, you turn to, y'all see the mirror. Y'all all look at each other in agreement. Said, if this mirror is made to summon these creatures, we need to destroy it so it doesn't cause us less trouble. Assad, I guess, steps up. He's the strongest one. Maybe Anya sets up with the bomb. They're the ones who can deal the most damage, I think. And they're like, okay, let's ready. We have to take things down to make this easier for us. As you ready to lunge out your attacks, again you start hearing these growls, this deep dark breathing. As you start hearing these things quickly approach, as you turn around, you only have a small second to identify these creatures. I'll let you have the identification for free, I guess. Not free, but I'll let you identify them before combat starts. You see that these creatures are called Hounds of Tyndalos.
Why do you keep making us kill dogs?
Fuck! Oh no, these are not normal dogs.
And I'll give you
Neither are Dalmatians.
With the music.
I'll give you one bit of information, is that these things have a gaze effect. If you are to stare at them, you will take a massive amount of damage. I won't say how much until someone fails on it, right? But
don't look directly at them.
But instead of axomites, you found hounds of what is it? Hounds of
Tyndalos.
Tyndalos
have approached.
Can we use the mirror to look at them?
I don't know. We'll try that next time, right? So, we'll end it here, and we'll see. We'll see. I think y'all have encountered. Viv hasn't, but we've encountered one of these before, and it was a little bit of a difficult fight. Let's see
we have.
Yeah, we have. We fought this in the mansion of Lowls.
Oh, was that the giant worm dog?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Look
easy
at
peasy
him.
lemon squeezy. Well, this looks very different than that worm dog.
Yeah, I
it's
don't
not.
remember
I
that.
will
It is
say,
not.
I thoroughly enjoy ending episodes with Donovan saying fuck, 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 and me over here knowing very little but Lovecraft going,
I'm
Funny looking
Don was
critter.
saying fuck so rhythmically that I just kind of wanted to add a beat to just go.
Okay, we'll continue
Cool
this
dog go
next time.
burr.